Hey guys, Poppy back in today with some huge announcements from Intellivision Collector. Not only about some of the things on the website, their digital downloads, there's some new games up there which are going to be coming down very soon. There's going to be some changes in the way that digital downloads are handled by Intellivision Collector. But even bigger, we have two brand new releases, IC009 and IC010, coming from Intellivision Collector before the end of 2023. So stick around. We're going to give you all the details on both these huge announcements.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
So first and foremost, let's talk about some of the digital downloads that are coming on to Intellivision Collector over the next week. And these are only going to be available until January 1st. Now, the thing that's changing about Intellivision Collector and the digital downloads is from now on, after January 1st, you're only going to be able to buy digital downloads of ROM packages that are owned by Intellivision Collector. They're not going to be offering for download any digital packages on behalf of other programmers or companies. So, but leading up to this, there's going to be a big influx of new games on the site available from Homebrew Inc. and from Electronite, not to mention all the other ones that are already on the site. But the new games that are being added, some of them are being available for the very first time ever, and there's some real classic games there. Let's talk first about a couple of Homebrew Inc. titles that are available, and that is the Pumpkin Trilogy, and also Thunder Soldier, these are both just new releases this fall. Pumpkin Trilogy, of course, you know, Oscar Toledo Gutierrez's series of games based around Halloween that he's released over the last few years, all into one neat package, as well as, again, Thunder Soldier, which is a run-and-gun, Contra-esque, Rambo-esque type game, as I like to call it. Just a run-and-gun shooter that's just a lot of fun. Now, as for the 9 Electronite titles that we have being added to the system for only 1 week, they're only going to be available till January 1st, so get them while you can. We have a couple real classics. We have Match 5, a neat puzzle-type game, kind of inspired, I'd say. I call it by, like, Connect 4. It sort of looks like that, but basically you're moving characters around and trying to make 5 in a row as more get added to the screen. It's a neat little game, actually. And you also have the classic Paddle Party. These are both very early Electronite games, but have never been available in ROM format, digital format before. Now you also have some real big titles over the last couple years. You have things like the Pandora Incident, award-winning horror adventure game, fantastic game. You have the Space Opera Star Mercenary, fantastic game again by Kai Magazine for Electronite, and it's really a great opportunity to pick this one up, especially if you didn't get the opportunity to get the physical copy back last year when it was available. You have Robot Army. Robot Army is the Berserk style game. It's the Berserk clone, only it also has a story built into it as well. Really interesting. Next up, we have the classic title Ninja Odyssey, which is a sort of a Shinobi-esque platformer, run around with your ninja, taking out all the enemies. And then you have the award-winning game Infiltrator, which is a stealth game, sort of along the lines of a Metal Gear Solid, let's say. Very interesting, and it's a game that I did in the INTY Homebrew News and Spotlight. One of the very first ones that I did, I previewed that game actually before it came out, pre-COVID. So the last 2 titles that are available are Cat Attack, which is like Rally X, only with mice and cats, running around a maze trying to gather all the cheese. And finally, A Tale of Dragons and Swords, which is a great dungeon crawling adventure game that has never been available digitally up until now. So once again, these titles are all available only until January 1st. So get them while you can at IntellivisionCollector.com. So now let's talk about the 2 physical releases coming up. Huge announcements, 2 great games coming from Intellivision Collector to your physical collection for your Intellivision Homebrew library, and that is IC009, Dragon Quest, and also IC010 or 010, and that is the classic arcade hit Space Panic. Now, you may be familiar with Dragon Quest. It is a dungeon crawling type game where you build up your characters. A typical RPG, trying to save the princess and find the orb of light to save the world. And man, it's a lot of fun. I've been playing a little bit earlier today and just started getting into the game because I didn't play the original version way back in the day. But I really like this one. I might look back at the other one as well once I get through this Intellivision version. It's absolutely amazing what can be done with this Intellivision system, let me tell you. And as for the other game that's going to be available, again, December 29th at midnight Pacific Standard Time, it's IC010, the arcade hit Space Panic. Very interesting game. This was available for the ColecoVision way back in the day. It was an arcade hit. There's also even an Apple version in this Intellivision Homebrew port. So it's really kind of interesting, you know. The game itself, you go climb up and down ladders across platforms and girders, trying to dig holes so the enemies get caught in them, and then you can pound the enemies down through and kill them that way. It's really a interesting type of gameplay and very, very challenging. So I'm really looking forward to this. Watch for videos of gameplay as well as an old guys and old games on each of these titles over the next couple days before the release. And once again, both of these titles will be available in physical format as well as digitally, digital ROMs, and a combination package of the two. And they'll be available December 29th, once again at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So anyway, guys, nothing better than great homebrew releases from Intellivision Collector. Quality games and quality packaging, products, and collectibles. So once again, guys, I'm Papa Pete. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today, and can't wait. Let's look forward to these great Intellivision Collector releases. You take care.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of...
Hey, it's C-Mart from the Intellivisionaries, and you're watching Papa Pete, the Old Guy Gamer.
What the hell?